All right, so
Sasuke is
Gaiden.
if you thought Sasuke was a shit dad before, he's even worse now. That's true. That should have been the title of the chapter. Sasuke, worst father ever.
Best dad ever.
Either one would have worked because they're both appropriate. Like really, but anyway. So the friggin' Shin,
Hmm.
decides to try and take on Naruto, only for Naruto to just be like, "Bitch, please, You're not even worth going full stage of six path mode. I'm just gonna friggin' bring out the QB,
Hmm.
friggin' block your shots."
I'm surprised he had to go that far.
Well, I mean, remember that he was throwing a bunch of projectile weapons behind him. So the
Yeah,
easiest way would be to pull out the QB arms.
I would just expect that base Naruto at this point could just easily
What? Yeah, but
solo.
but remember, he's no matter how much he's grown up, he's still cocky and show offy.
True.
So he wanted to show off for the little kiddies.
Hmm.
And friggin' Kurama with his wisecrack. Why is it taking you this long to let me stretch my legs? It's like, really? At this point, it's especially if since I'm Naruto the Last is technically canon.
Hmm.
What that proved that Kurama could leave Naruto's body and Naruto will be fine. So why can't you just let once a week or twice a week, maybe even three fucking times a week, let Kurama go out and for a walk, friggin' just walk around the village, friggin' put him on patrol around the village.
Right?
Like, well, you don't need friggin' guard, and you could build. And didn't he have like in chapter 700? Didn't it look like? Was it just me, or didn't it look like in chapter 700 he had a friggin' doghouse in the
I don't.
village?
I'm not
Like
sure.
it looked like it. I mean, that could have just been some manifestation inside Naruto, but really, you have friggin' Yamato. You could build a friggin' doghouse for him. All
just
right?
just like a giant foxhole.
No, it's just like a friggin' like treat him like a dog. It's a friggin' it looks like a house, but it's just really, or should I say, a giant mansion? But no, it's just a dog house for friggin' Kurama.
Hmm.
Cause friggin' really, you have to keep him cooped up in all the time.
I don't know.
I just thought Kurama would and his wisecracking was funny.
Yeah, you would think like
Naruto would let him out some more.
of all the people he treats shitty, Kurama wouldn't be one of them.
But see, the thing,
He treats his own kid like shit. He treats his tail beast like shit. He treats everybody like shit.
they should do like after this he finishes doing Gaiden, Kishimoto should just go back and do Naruto Gaiden Part 2, the daily life of Seventh Hokage, just to showcase what he actually friggin' does that keeps him so friggin' busy that he's treats his son and his friggin' tail piece like crap.
Yes, what could keep him so busy when he can make a thousand shadow clones
Well, no, but it doesn't matter.
at
Remember,
will?
in terms of Boruto, he doesn't want a shadow clone. He doesn't give a fuck that his dad can produce a large amount of shadow clones to play with him and train with him. No, he wants real daddy.
Which he can do. He can have like a thousand shadow clones work on his work while he hangs out with his son. But no, he does it the opposite way for whatever stupid reason.
Yeah, but also at the same time, it's like, no, it's probably because freaking Shikamaru is like, no, you can't. You can send a shadow clone to play with your son, but you can't have a shadow clone do work here. It's probably Shikamaru's fault. Just blame him.
Then then
He'll just,
Naruto's pussied.
he'll just, yeah,
He's
freaking.
pussy whipped by Shikamaru then, because he's the friggin' Hokage. He should be able to call them shots.
That's the kind of freaking. What was it? Um,
It's the kind
I
of
know
shit
that.
Tsunade was pulling with
Uh,
Naruto. She was pussy whipped by friggin' Naruto.
no, yeah, I know, but what I'm trying to think of, I'm trying to remember. Wasn't there another character from another series who had like a really important job, and they would just always just shark it off and do whatever the hell they wanted? I'm trying to remember.
That's a lot of things.
Well, no, but like I'm trying to remember. For some reason, I remember something in particular though. Just can't remember.
I don't know.
All I know is that that's what I felt like Naruto would be like. He'd be friggin', doing his there. Now I remember. I know nobody really recognizes that, really cares about this, but Naruto's approach to being Hokage, even though that's his dream job, and he'd still technically be doing it. I feel like he'd have take the same approach that Trunks did to his CEO job in GT. Like he just freaking just run off, but instead of just leaving no one there, he'd leave a shadow clone, and Shikamaru would be standing there for like 5 minutes talking to him. Be like, "Shit, you're just a shadow clone."
Hmm.
Fucking Naruto, get back here! He freaking like that's the kind of approach I thought he would have taken. Like, okay, leave a shadow clone to do the serious work, you know, have the real you friggin' spend time with your son and your friggin' family. Of
Which
course, then
is what he should do.
yes, but then at the same time, I guess Naruto wouldn't figure that his son would not only be able to tell the difference between a real one and a shadow clone just by looking at it, but unless Naruto already tells him, but you would think that would it matter? Your dad's still spending time with you. It's not like he doesn't know that he's spending time with you. It's like,
Right.
do you know how many people wish they could make freaking shadow clones one to one to work so that way you can do everything you want in life? Like, okay, have a shadow clone go to work, have a shadow clone to do this, 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 and this. Like, freaking,
I
that would
know.
it makes life so much easier. Like, why the hell? You could have freaking why? Why? People love that. I would love to be able to do that. Send a shadow clone to friggin' work and me sitting home doing on my computer.
Right.
Friggin', it's like, ugh. And if I had, in fact, if I had more shadow clones, if I could create a bunch of shadow clones like Naruto could, I'd freaking have like 5 jobs, making a ton of money, and then I'd have freaking one shadow clone, or then I'd have a shadow clone to do or I'd be doing writing while one of my shadow clones is watching anime. So then, like every time it gets inspired to write, it would just I'd call it back to me, and then I'd have the inspiration. So that way, it'd always be near my computer when inspiration hits.
Right.
And it's just like, Argh! But friggin' Boruto's like, no, I want the real you, and somehow I can tell the difference without friggin' knocking you on the head and making you turn to dust.
I think he just figures at this point instead of
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying is that it's just really, why does it really matter? That is technically, freaking him.
it
All right,
is him. It's a clone. It's literally a clone, but the
it's
only
not like
difference is he'll disappear if you hit him.
too hard.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what happens? 5 minutes later, another shadow clone shows up.
Right.
Okay, he's has the ultimate. He is the ultimate shadow clone master, and it's perfect for him because he has the friggin' busiest job out there, and he can manage that and family because of it, of the
Hmm.
shadow clones. But anyway, so he then, after showing off the friggin' little juby looking, I don't know what the hell you want to call it thing, presumably either speaks or the other guy is speaking through it. Basically says, out of everyone you could have encountered, Naruto was the one person you couldn't handle. Sasuke, no problem, but Naruto, nope, nope, can't handle him. Got to get back here. And
Yeah.
then somehow he's friggin'. So it looks like Obito decided to give someone else his powers from friggin' beyond the grave because they friggin' do the interdimensional transportation jutsu.
Right.
But
And
then again, Itachi was able to utilize Shishui's Mangekyou Sharingan ability.
though he actually had the MS. That was the thing.
No, he got the MS by killing him. But he hid Shishui's eyes in one of his Genjutsu crows. He never actually put the eye in him. So
No.
technically he should have a different ability because supposedly each Mangekyou Sharingan user should have a different ability unless you get someone else's eye.
Well, the thing was
Because
that he rigged He rigged the eye to go off. That was the thing. But
So then,
Obito's
was it?
eyes were literally destroyed with him and temporarily given to Kakashi, which also faded away. So, what the fuck?
Yeah. So it's kind of like, well, what the hell? Like, how is this possible that you could experiment and somehow produce, not only through experimentation, produce your own Mangekyo Sharingan, but one that can have the same effect as another long dead, at this point, long dead Sharingan user? Its ability.
My
Makes no sense.
guess is that maybe what they'll say is it comes from some kind of long lost brother of Obito or some stupid crap like
No,
that.
well, it's either that or they had to have somehow gotten like a friggin' like chunk of the eye or something, or like his DNA, like Obito's DNA or something, because there's no other way.
I
It
know.
has, and even if they are the same, they have. I guess two family members do have the same because both wasn't it both Sasuke's and Itachi's the Mangekyo Sharingan ability, the Amaterasu.
Yeah, they both had Amaterasu, but technically it was never shown that Sasuke had Tsukuyomi at least, so it was a little sketchy there. But at least they had both had Amaterasu, that's for sure. Um,
Yeah, but see, remember, Itachi only had Tsukuyomi because he had Shishui's eye.
what?
He only had that because he has Shishui's eye.
Not Tsukuyomi. That's Koto Amatsukami you're thinking of.
Yeah, the thing he used against Kakashi.
That's Tsukuyomi, yeah.
That's
That's
what I
that's
mean.
his Mangekyo's ability.
No, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, because the reason why Shishui's ability was that whole was that's what was Shishui's ability.
No, his was Koto Amatsukami. Completely different from Tsukuyomi.
No, that is not.
Yeah, Koto Matsukami controls your enemy. Um, Tsukuyomi literally just traps them in a freaking gigantic mindfuck. Wait, what? Trust me, I'm an engineer. I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
That's an old joke. But yeah, um, let's talk about the actual chapter, and I'll show you later.
Well, we're continuing.
Um, so anyway, with the actual chapter, let's talk about Sarada, I guess, a little bit, and the fact that she awakened her Sharingan.
What the hell is up with the one Tomo? Like, is that because she's a half Uchiha?
It's just because it was the first time she awoken. That
Well,
happens for
then
everybody.
about Sasuke when he first awakened it after the massacre that it was two Tomo.
It was one at the massacre, and then the second time he awoken it, it was weird. It was like a weird. It looked like there was one in one eye and two in the other. It was extremely weird. Um, the very next time he used it was a two tomo though. I'm I don't think that was ever confirmed because it could have been an art error, but the very first time he used it in the massacre, it was a one tomo, and the first time Obito used it was a one tomo. Um,
I don't know. But it was kind of odd because I didn't even notice that unlocked it the first time reading it through.
yeah, same. It didn't look like it at first.
Yeah, because of the fact that I think it was the one like I don't think you can fully see it in her left eye, and in her right eye it's almost covered up.
Yeah, it's almost covered up, which is weird, but it's just how it is. I don't know. It's Sasuke. We'll get there. It's the
Yeah,
end. I was laughing at the end, but we'll get there. Um, let's see. Um, I
but
mean, there's not much
the whole
else.
the freaking show's getting even more annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, Cho is just could you be my real dad? Like, really? You think Naruto even confirms he's like, alright, first off, you look exactly like Karui, except your figure is exactly like friggin' Choji. But anyway, I guess let's talk about Sasuke because Mr. Dad of the Year.
So leading into that, we have friggin', they have to take a break because friggin' Cho, you know, is, tired and has to go to the bathroom. Or no, sorry, tires at the stop. So, and then friggin' Sarada's like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. And Naruto, being the idiot that he is, decides, oh, sure, don't go too far. And guess what? She was really running off to go see her dad because she saw the tower in the distance.
Hmm. Yeah. I,
So,
what really gets me is that he looks at this child who clearly looks like a combination between Sasuke, Sakura, and Karin, and
well,
thinks it's an
remember,
enemy.
well, first of all, it's a Sharingan person wielding a Sharingan, whether it's a one tomo or not. It's still a Sharingan.
Hmm.
Second, and this is the most important thing. He's never met his daughter. And third, when was the last time he's freaking looked in a mirror? So how the hell does he even remember what he looked like?
I would imagine he would look at in the mirror quite a bit.
He's not that. He's not vain.
I don't know about that. This guy, I don't know. I would expect he should at least like look at her and be like, at least stop to think. It's like this one kind of
He's
sort
on.
of.
Well, yeah, but he's too on edge. He's too. He takes his job too seriously, though.
Hmm.
That's the problem. He
I
takes it
know.
way too seriously.
I think he'll realize it pretty quickly, but if he legit tries to kill Sarada, I'm just gonna die laughing.
But yeah, but then again, you have to also remember at the same time that friggin' what you call it, that Naruto's not too far behind. I mean, I'm pretty sure he knows. Oh
Hmm.
hey, look, friggin' Sarada is in trouble. Because I'm sure he knew that, okay, it was, there, that he was there, that Sasuke was there.
Yeah,
His
I don't doubt
Sasuke-kun.
it. Oh yeah, he could probably feel him and it's like Sasuke. He's near me.
Sasuke-kun.
It's like, why the fuck did I bring these kids along? I was just about to have my alone time with him. My booty call was waiting, but now I
Yeah,
can't do anything in front of these kids.
so I might as well just might as well just let her have her moment with her dad.
Hmm.
And then, like, you just see Naruto sitting there sipping some water, I guess, whatnot, waiting for the break. And the next thing you know, he's like, oh shit, Sasuke, not yet. And we're
Hmm.
like, don't. He's just gonna sense that friggin' Sasuke's about to do some shit. Friggin' Sasuke. Like, really?
Yeah, it's gonna get pretty funny though.
But there's gonna be so much drama.
Oh yeah.
I mean, well, for one thing, you have to remember that um the whole thing about Sasuke or not Sasuke, when Naruto like placed his hand on friggin' Sasuke or not Sasuke, Sarada, and she's all like, oh, she like has that like moment like, so this is what it feels like to have a dad
Hmm.
type of moment. And then you can't forget about Sasuke or Naruto, exaggerating about how good he was
Oh
back in
yeah.
the day. And then he started to get a little bit of that old um whatchamacallit, animosity back,
Oh
and
yeah.
decided, which started to upset Stardust. Is like, I knew it. So then he decides to mention that.
Right.
So th- or so
It's like, my deadbeat father is an asshole. Imagine that.
and then he changes back to, oh, Sasuke-kun.
Oh my gosh. This, this is just. I'm sorry, but this should be featured on TNT.
What friggin'?
We know drama. Isn't that the slogan of TNT? I think so.
As I said.
It's freaking hilarious.
Yep. Anyway, the Sasuke, just pretty much sum up everything. Sasuke's Celebi. I mean, Shin is a wimp. Naruto is a horrible father and a horrible pet owner.
Hmm.
Chocho is getting annoying as fuck, and Sasuke's a dick, and the world's worst father. That pretty much sums up everything you need to know about this chapter.
Pretty
It was
much.
I enjoyed the chapter, despite even though it might sound a little negative, I really enjoyed the chapter. I thought it was a pretty good chapter.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
So, all right, cut it before we go on and find some other excuse to go on another tangent.
Yeah.
All right, so One Piece, because I feel like Fairy Tail and Toriko are going to take longer
Uh huh.
because there's a little more. I mean, I'm going to exaggerate here, but a little more things, a little bit more to talk about than the other ones. A
Hmm.
little, maybe. I don't know. When I mean little, like 30, 40 minutes.
Better
Hope
not get
not.
to that. Like we took 31 minutes for Naruto, much longer than we should have. But
Well, you know what? You can probably go through it and spend a little extra time editing that one.
hmm. All right.
All right. So